And welcome to another broadcast of Pax Dei, Emphr's The Search for Steel. This week has been long. As many of you do the same, work has been interesting. So it's been a couple days since I've played on the stream. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background as I move into this. This is easy. We can try to see if I am live via secondary methods. Although my program is saying, yes, you're live. Let's check that out. Let's challenge that. Yeah, we are. Okay. Let's enter the world Friday night here. So there should be quite a few people online tonight. Let's see what happens as far as where we're going and what we're doing. So, as you might surmise by the title of the broadcast, we are traveling. And after traveling, you come home. So make sure on the thumbnail is basically reflecting that. Welcome back. Like I said, glad to have you here. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button. If you like it so much that you want to see it again, please hit the subscribe. Okay, here we go. We are going to go get some arrows for now. Hopefully I had some. Oh, I almost forgot. I made a few changes while we were away. I did play, I just didn't stream. I didn't have enough time, but I did play. And I reformatted the area a little bit. I added some lighting out here at the arch. I added a stairwell. Can't wait until the devs get rid of obstructions in the construction area. But basically, we have the stairs going in. I put some weather vanes up. And we moved a lot of stuff around over near the tree. So, as you can see, I brought the kiln into the center court area. I made some lovely planters, moved in my kilns up to a secondary platform, moved my wells up here as well. And I also put all my smithing stuff together. All the coal generation is on this platform. My weapons storage is up here. And of course, my grain is to my right. And I should be close to needing to replenish my fires. So let's do that real quick before I make some arrows. I did work some steel. I do have a couple things that I did make, but overall, I'm trying to get that blacksmith skill, weaponsmith skill up. And while I'm here, I will repair my bow. And we have this lovely view going down into my smithing area. And I also extended the front end a little bit of my home, so you can see a little bit more of a path up on the front porch, so to speak. And let's see. Came down here to drop stuff off. Okay. So throw that in there. Okay, so that looks good. I'm wondering if I take an extra weapon just in case, because my weapons seem to die very quickly. Durability and everything. Make sure everything's at par. And then run up here, do a couple ore refinement. And do I need? Yeah, let's do some. Before I do start the ore refinement, let me go grab some food. Run through the house. All right. There's some of that. have to have some sausage. There we go. Pick up sausage. Won't carry that much, but some. Do that. Store it. And then we'll do that. Replenish. Put that back there. Okay. So now our food's topped off. By the time I leave, I'll probably top it off again. See if there's any interesting stories. I did try to fight a diseased boar, and that didn't turn out so well for me. So that story is not as entertaining as you might think. I have to get some water before I can do anything. Alright, so definitely grab some coal. We need that. 20, 40, 61, 20, 62, 50. Throw that in there for now. I have to go get some more tomorrow. My ore journeys I leave for non-streaming events just because me going out there and just talking the entire time about the wilderness, how great the graphics are, and perhaps a couple topics or two about consciousness, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I forgot to put my tagline in the chat. Well, we are in the chat. So if you're in the chat or you arrive in the chat, please don't hesitate to ask or give me any feedback, as I will be looking at the chat as much as possible. But I will be, tonight I will be fighting, so that's one thing I will be doing. Almost. More charcoal is I think it's 150 to get this done. 150 to 50. Yeah, 150 to 50. That's absolutely insane on the cost. But like I had told you in previous episodes, I am not going back to PvP. I'm just not going to that area. Not gonna happen. Two more. Alright. Let's see what else happened this week. Lots of things as far as the game is concerned. I'm really not testing out so much of the combat because I don't have any the steel swords. Oh, well that's an update. I will have a steel brace sword, I just have to be more proficient at it. So that will arrive, I just don't have the skill to do it. Right now it's very hard. And just for those of you who are joining the game Pax Dei as a role-playing server, which I'm on, so I role-play as Emphr. He is a young man who's looking to adventure, but he honestly doesn't have the skill set to adventure just yet. He's capable, he's just not commanding the ability to actually defeat some of the more advanced monsters, and you need magic items. So there is a need for me to skill up, get more better weapons, get some magic weapons. They have a whole system here. It's great, but just for your knowledge, very hard, or there's impossible. You can't do anything about impossible, right? There's impossible, then there's very hard, and then you, as you go up in ease of difficulty, you'd have very hard, hard, moderate, easy, very easy, trivial. So right now, with all those things, the chances of me actually creating a steel greatsword, which I would be awesome at since my level 1 greatsword is 38, and that's what I really want. If I can craft one, I think I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with. But I need to get my crafting up a little bit. My weaponsmithing up just a little bit more, so it's not a very hard item to craft. The difficulties of trying to adventure alone. At some point, I'm going to need to join a clan. And not right now. I refuse. Do not want to. Not that I'm opposed to them, and opposed to, social networking through the game, which is designed for that very purpose. One of the biggest things is I don't have the time, I would think. Meaning, some people would want me to commit at a certain date and time. Like, hey, be here, I'm here, we're going to go adventuring. And I just don't have that time. So, when I get it, I will join a clan. Or if a clan asks, I will look to join them, but however, I'm going to have a really good understanding with them. I actually communicate with them. Imagine that. Communicate what your needs and desires are from your associates. Go figure. I am really high on healing potions, but they're only 2.8. That vitality is in here somewhere. It's 2.3. Okay. So since we're fighting, I need to top off on those. I got plenty of weapons. Let's see. What do I need? Oh, arrows. Let's see if I have arrows. Not enough arrows. Need more arrows. Looking. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna have to spend some time. I didn't mean to do this on the stream, but why not? Part of life. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm wealthy in steel, I will definitely start to create steel arrowheads, but right now I'm not. So the ratio here is for every 50, it's a 1-to-1. So, but there's 2 steps I have to do real quick. So the first step is I have to craft those lumber into short stock. So normal short stock, luckily, but it's still short stock. Well, let's turn a little bit into little project management. All right, so a couple of reasons why I'm going out to fight. One, I want to level up my axe just a little bit. Sure. 2, I want to see if there's any drops worth it. Sometimes they drop, like the demon robe that I wear underneath the leather armor I currently have right now. It has Mesmerize 1, so sometimes the site will drop certain items for you that you can create or craft later in the game. And demon robe for demon hunter's robe is what it's called. Not the demon hunter's robe was a drop from one of the Justicars. I got it, and then I threw it together, which I was very happy I could. I had the skill level. And Mesmerize is okay. It takes a long time to cast. It'll hold your enemy for one shot. Theoretically, I can mesmerize, run back, use my bow, shoot, mesmerize, run back. Because by the time mesmerize goes off, they're already at you, so you have to back up if you're going to use a ranged weapon. Which, obviously, if you want to use mesmerize again, you're going to have to. But the casting time for mesmerize one is just not great. So it's one of those deals that I guess I have to think about. In any rate, let's talk calendar. So we're getting into the fall here. Next week, I think it is. The 22nd, right? 22nd is the equinox, fall equinox. Love the fall equinox. I live in an area of the United States where the leaves don't exactly turn until like November or December, if they turn at all. Very south of the United States, so that is brilliant as the Northeast. Like if I were in Massachusetts, which or Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania. Those are really states that are known for their fall brilliant colors. I grew up in the Northeast. I loved it. Job opportunities pulled me further and further south. So still love my job. So it's always nice to have those options open to you. Hopefully this channel does well, and then depending on what you want to learn, what I want to involve the channel into is a story of Emphr, but also into conversation with the chat and conversation with comments. So if you have any comments, throw them in the comments section. Let's see. I don't track views that often, but I do like to see how well people are responding to what type of content. Obviously, I want to keep you interested, so being interested is providing entertaining content. So if you do hear an air conditioner in the back, let me know. I think you can hear it a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it. I'll do some recording, listening to the recording. Actually, you know what? I'll do this. Let me look at the advanced audio properties. So I'm going to talk really weird for a couple seconds because I want to turn the monitor on. Okay. So it doesn't sound like you can hear it. Okay, cool. Although I sound really tinny and nasally. That's the weirdest thing to me because that is it has to be part of the filters that I'm using. However, I'm trying to capture a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust it while I'm doing all this crafting. Right? So let's look at the properties. I'm going to turn on the monitor again. I'm going to talk a little weird, but I'm going to try. Let's see. Maybe that might that, or maybe this. I like this. This is good. Comment if you like it. If you don't, let me know. Okay, that makes you sound rude. I'm okay with that. I am a beginning audio. I wouldn't call myself an audio engineer. I used to do audio work way back in the day for a company up in the Northeast, but when I was in high school, and it was a good job. It was really fun to be around. It was in the entertainment section of a theme park, but the skills I got out of it were all audio based, so I had to do a lot of troubleshooting with microphones, do gains, do all the offsets, dBs, and just adjust the mixer. I did a little bit of video as well. Alright, so hopefully I attended to that. That is way too many arrows. I am not taking that many arrows. Alright, let's put some of these away. That way, that will take 150. If I need more than 150 arrows, we're in trouble. Alright, one more time with the food. Since I'm right here, I might as well take this out. And just top it off again. Okay. Now, I am going to, since I can't take the forests, not even close, I can go to the Justicars again, so they give me decent drops. I wouldn't say great drops, but decent drops. And we'll see. And this is still playing. He's been playing for quite a bit of time. I don't know where he is. He's behind me now. And I'll be going to the front end of the Justicars. I don't know. I'm hoping the lag's not too bad tonight. Banis lives in that house. Okay. Let's see. Trying to think if I want to go in the front or back. Let's go in the back. I did the front end so often that there's two named characters. There's one in the back that I'm going to show you. They're a necromancer or some kind of mage, and then there's one in the front when you get past the initial one. So there's a lot of fighting to get to the. Well, I can go around. It's one of those games where you can, if you wanted to, you can go around. So I'm checking to see if anyone's home, because if they're home, I don't want to use their house. They built the house, you know what I mean? They might have built it for this purpose for people to get across that river other than the bridge, which hats off, right? That's very nice of them. But if they're home, I would ask permission to cross and use it. Since they're not, I'll just do it. Oh. Trying to think of direction I want to go. This one's just, this luckily is a short jaunt. Now, if I lose or get killed in this back area, I'm going to have to go through the entire area to get back to my body. Not a big deal. I just have to ensure that my body's in a place where I can recover it. Yeah, period. Yeah, I don't want to. A lot of people have been around, but. Wow, that automatically did that. Ooh. That looks like a player thing. In the distance, just to the left of the big tree and forward. Yeah, there we go. So, let's see, as I'm journeying and running through the entire landscape of the mountains here. There is a Jonesy? Hopefully he didn't kill all the people in the thing I'm trying to get to. That was up. Well, I could wait for them to respawn. It's not a big deal, but yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not like I said, it's not like you get experience per Oh, cool. Let's do it. Food looks good. And my arrows are doing so much more. Iron ore, huh? That's pretty cool. Let's get. He took out most of these guys. He's gonna come through that, and I'm gonna kill him. So it takes 4 shots to kill this guy. Ah, pure iron. Look out. Somebody's walking. That's a Justicar. Ah! He's not gonna get me. That kick kills me, though. Quite literally. Man, they have a lot of iron ore tonight. Alright, so this guy should be still firing at me. Wow, really? Me? Lonnie's only doing like 5.6. This guy is going to be a pain in my butt. Doing 30 to him though. That's nice. Must have light armor. And this guy's still going? Ah, come on. Examiner of Life. I don't think I've encountered these guys before. I try. Oh, this is that guy. He gives me like free hits. I'm okay with that. The Examiner of Life. I think I've taken these guys before. I hear somebody to my left. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this guy. Didn't lean him enough. Nice. The Examiner of Life is the one that's worrying me. I don't remember being able to take him or not. Running on a curve is not cool. Let's get the sword out. Ah! Ah! Man. I don't think I could take him. Let's run. See if I'll make it. Drink a potion real quick. Alright, so Examiner, I never encountered them before. That sucks. Usually I can almost clear out this area. But I guess I can't. Interesting. I can still take most of them. But that Examiner Life, you noticed I couldn't do much damage to him? That sucked. Alright. Not a big deal. Let's see who I can pick on. Yeah, pick on him. Come on. Most of these guys, and I'm wearing light armor to be fair. I mean, I probably should have brought heavier armor if I'm going to try for those kind of people. I said no. Man. Yeah, that guy's... The archers are the weakest by far, which I'm happy to report. Now if I can do this, usually I can hit this guy from here. Yep. I let him just a little bit too much. Come on. There we go. Take the time. Cast that spell. Emphr is really an archer, to be fair. And I'm glad I looked. Golly, I always don't look. That would have been detrimental. Not having the stamina or the health. I don't know if I can reach this guy with my bow. Let's try it. Nope. It looks like I can reach him, right? I mean, I'm close. Oh, got him. Keep peppering. Keeps walking away from me. Get my sword out. Ah. Ah, that sucked. I was totally behind him, I guess. That sucked. That's alright. I didn't take too much damage. I guess Josie went away. A vacation far away, maybe? Alright, so. Oh, there you are. I'll take it. I mean, if he's not gonna get me. Freaking Lotus Tears? Really? I gotta be careful on who I fire. It's a conduit, and I think I can take it as long as... Yeah. Yes, cast that spell. I don't know what that spell they're casting is, but I'll take it. I'll be alright with whatever cast. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, guys. Get my sword out. There we go. Let him take the first shot. Oh, wow. That's a little combo there. Yeah, I knew that combo, so I waited. Alright. Ah, man. guess the worn out locket's okay. I was hoping for a little bit more, cool stuff, but no, I guess not. Let's see if I can get this assessor over here. Nope. Higher? Let's get him out. Yes. Come on, baby. Follow me. As long as you run, you're pretty good. There we go. It's more like a back and forth run. It's harder to aim, but keeps you alive a lot easier. Alright, so who am I going after next? Let's see what is that guy? Just a car, Judiker. Just this year, maybe? Ah, come on. Ah, I hate that. There we go. Got a block after that one. Come on, Emphr. There you go. I don't know what that guy is, but let's take a shot at him. That's a herald, huh? Get this out real quick. I don't know what that does. I think it makes him faster. And I'm so quick with a greatsword right now. Ah, this guy's tough. Nice, iron ingots. Nothing I need. Okay. Oh, man. Somebody clean this out already. So, they're respawning in weird positions. Ah. Where the hell are you going? How'd you get me? Lag, maybe? I don't know. Those guys are usually good for topaz, which is fine by me. Alright, who am I gonna get? Oh, this guy. And that guy had me shot. He had to charge me for some reason. I'm not sure why. Alright, then I got that guy up top. Let's see if I can get him. Not mad that I threw an arrow at you? Ah, there we go. I'm just glad that nobody else is, There we go. Wow. That was close with that spell. Charcoal. Nice. Alright, let's see if I can draw this guy. Yep. He's a goad. I should be able to take him. He's got a knife on him or some weird thing, so... Or he's using his bow, I don't know. Examiner of Life. Oh, that's the guy I couldn't take. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take that guy. And I think I'm out of the others. So, I'm pretty much done here. I'm getting nothing really. I mean, I did get some ore, but for the most part, it's not a great haul. Not the amount of ore. Ah, here we go. There we go. Yeah, that guy just wanted to die. Ah, damn. Freaking these tears. Let's see if I can get this guy to come out. Play with me. Where are you? Where'd he go? If he hops out of like the ground, I'm gonna be upset. Oh, there he is. I couldn't get out of my sword. Ah! Block. Hit. Block. Oh, got that before I blocked. Oh, that was a bad decision. There we go. Yeah, I took too much damage there because my sword failed. It's alright, it's alright. Take a healing potion. Wait for that catalyst to come back. Oh, come on. Damn. I'm glad I have resistance to fire with the potion. Or not the potion, the syrup gives little damage resistance. I don't know if it's resistance, it's not like it's a big deal. Okay. Go for this guy and in the lag. Wait for it. This is a good way to... Ah, come on. There we go. Ah! I guess that's a healing spell. If I wanted to, but I could actually do something with my sword. But I'm trying to level my accents. There we go. Separate a little bit. There we go. Do I get both? It's like I'm getting both. So we'll run a little bit. Got one. Turn around and go for the other. I still have the chance. Get out of that fire circle. There we go. Took out two. With minimal damage. That wasn't too bad. Am I pressing my luck? I don't know. It's a conduit. Oh, too many. There's 3 conduits coming in. Let's grab this. Really? Ah, come on. I didn't realize he was gonna do this spell. We're just gonna kill him. There we go. Lord, that's all I got from that. Alright. Let's see who didn't go back in. Sometimes they hang out. Yeah, see him hanging out? Let's get him. That's a herald. Ah, it didn't. That pisses me off. Yeah, there we go. Get the timing. Alright. That's exciting. Let's check another potion. Yeah, I gotta get my arrow skills up a little bit more. What's that? Some kind of red dot there. Usually, really? Didn't I kill you guys fast enough? Let's take the first swing. Yeah, that's a healing thing. And if I time it right, I don't have to deal with him after. Because it's pretty much dead. Alright, let's see who else is up here. There's 3 guys. Maybe there's only 1 guy. I'm kind of disappointed. There we go. Come on. Switch. Oh, come on. I blocked. Ah, oh, that was not a good thing. I don't know what that is, but there's one I can't block, which is very annoying. Healing potion again. Jeez. This one's kind of tough, but it's easier than the other one. There it is. And I can end it. So anyway, as I'm gathering resources, really I'm after the topaz. Anything else is really not of concern. The pure iron ore is kind of cool. It's only 1. 6 iron ore. It's not too bad. But not what I'm after. What I'm after is something that is cool that I can drop. Ah, that was way too low. There we go. Nothing there. Take the Judah card though. Come on up. You're next. Ah, come on. Ah. He stopped my attack. That's interesting. Is he waiting for it? That was weird. It's like he's psyching me out. It's like a feint. I'm gonna feint. Is that it? 2 more? Good. I'm out of arrows. How in the heck did I miss him twice? He's like trying desperately to kill me. I'm out of arrows. That sucks. I did 150 arrows, huh? Alright, well, I guess he's tougher. Actually, that's it. Yeah, I'm stupid. Let's see what's around here though. Expositor, assessor. Let's get out of here. Alright. So 150 arrows was not enough. I was missing one thing. What the heck was that? Is that the NPCs? Is that... Man, there's... He's tanking. They're cool. Where are they? Juliet and Markin. Okay. Enjoy, guys. I am heading back. Not a bad haul. Mostly this is for jewelry. I'm trying to get my jewelry skin on. Because certain jewelries will give you certain abilities and magic abilities and stuff like that. Trying to look and see if I get anything other than that that's interesting, but I don't. Some ore, sure. What's this, copper? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, not bad. Can't believe I ran out of arrows though. Not happy about that. So 150 arrows is not enough for combat. Interesting. Alright. Well, lesson learned, I suppose. Like in all things, lesson learned. Head back home, do some maintenance on my weapons. If I need anything while I'm here. Actually, you know what? Pick up some reeds. Might need to make some baskets for little things, because I do the food in baskets. So, making baskets out of reeds is, it's definitely an expensive endeavor. So, getting a decent amount of reeds will benefit me. Let's see. Alright. Got a couple people. Maybe they're going in for training, maybe? Wow, that was... harder. I don't know a barger. I like that house. That was kind of cool. Like it. Never thought to come back and claim houses, but I guess I wanted to build my own. Mine's pretty big right now. Can't see it from here. That's alright though. I don't need anybody to see it. What I need is a good base of operations, which I have. Still can't believe they didn't drop anything. It's kind of annoying. Like that structure is pretty cool. He's done a great job on that. Just phenomenal job on that. It's got the house looking thing up there, and it's pretty. I know it's built into the side, so he doesn't have a lot of room in depth for objects and stuff, but it's definitely a looker. It's really cool. I like it. Now that I know how to build a little bit, I can probably attempt something like that. Unfortunately, you can't just up and move. Would be nice, but to move is basically you just lose all your stuff. You have to build from scratch, which isn't horrible, honestly. If you think about life, is it a Buddhist philosophy that everything's the universe is entropy, right? So don't expect things to last forever. And if somebody comes up and destroys it, okay, make a new. Don't get angry. Should they have destroyed it? That's another question. But for the most part, let's see. I think most of I'm gonna have to do ore. Let's put the ore away. Let's clean up my inventory first. Then go over Buddha philosophy. I think it's Buddhist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. It's still pretty cool. It's a good concept, and I think everybody should really think about it and think about the principle behind it. It's not necessarily right, wrong, but it is a way of looking at things that are. I mean, let's face it. There's certain things in this life that, well, everything is it's just not going to last. So, if you think about life in terms of those, right? See, I was going red here on my audio capture. Let me see if I can turn that down just a I don't want to go red. So, there we go. So, let me let me see, that shift happened at, let's see, 56:22 in time frame. Anything else in here? No, I don't think so. What I'd like to do is get these corrected blacksmith gloves, but I don't have enough chances with it being very hard. So I have to do more of the less expensive stuff that I can do a lot of. And looks like it's all boiled generic leather. I think that's what I'm doing, is boiled leather. I hate when I do that. There we go. I'll put those in here for now. Let's see. Yeah, there's rawhide and boiled leather. Okay. We can throw that one there. Do a little more boiled, I think. Yeah, cool. I'm trying to do more and more of it, so I can start doing the leather stuff. And it's not doing too bad on it. It's just a lot of honey that has to happen. I'm doing rawhide. I don't know why. There's a reason I'm doing it. I can't recall the reason. I'm doing it for a reason now. Isn't that what we all say? Of course there's a reason. Don't be ridiculous. I forgot the coal and one piece of let's see. My mic's right by my eye, so although a convenient position for the mic to pick up my voice, it is not a convenient position for my inventory. Alright, let's see. Where do I want to go? Let's go this way. Oh, let's go this way first. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna give somebody a seizure with that kind of movement. I'll try to keep it copacetic. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see. There we go. Everything's good as new. And I can do this because I know a couple of these I don't care to put in my inventory. And these silver fir branches, I don't know if the devs have gotten crafting up that high yet, because I don't have any use for them like that. Yay! Alright, so food and basket weaving. So my basket weaving goes in here, and my food goes all over here if I have room. That. Use that. There we go. And then. An iron ingot, don't I? Let's use this door. which is technically, I think, my front door, which is really cool. I don't use it that often. I should though. It should. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, I don't use my iron ingots enough. Here. I am going up the stairs. I love these stairs. Built them. I saw them, I think a couple episodes ago. And I saw them in somebody's house, and I was like, wow, that's a great idea for stairs going up. This pattern, though, that took me forever to figure out. And then I did a waterfall on the other side like it. And then I brought it up. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I love it. It's really inconvenient for square footage. It's livable? I guess so. I walk across it every once in a while. Alright, so let's put these away. And I think... Let's see. Nothing's really close. Oh, how can these close? What's that jewelry making is getting there. What's that, fletching? Tailoring getting up there. Mining and woodcutting are at the max for the early access. So the developer knows I'd be probably maxed out at 100 at this point, because that's all you do is mine and yeah, that's a. Let's go make some more arrows, because I went through 150 of them and I only need 200, so I'm going to be lacking these anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to spend some time doing this, so we'll talk about something as we're there we go. Remember, I have 2 levels of creation here that I have to do. One is going to be the short wood stock, and then the other one's going to be the crafting of the arrows themselves. Hopefully, on the crafting of the arrows, I'm getting some experience points. That's important, because if you're going to do mundane tasks, you might as well get a experience reward for it. For example, if I were to craft any of the fine wood planks or wood stock or wood beam, I would get some kind of carpentry, experience. But for now, I'm mastered on the common, really common stuff, like the short stock that's not fine. Nothing that's fine, I don't get any experience from crafting, but I don't lose any material when I craft it. So there is that bonus. So when I do want to craft it, I don't have to worry about not crafting it or losing materials in that craft. It's interesting that the developers went that tact, and I enjoy it. It's not bad. The certain things are interesting, meaning that the time it takes on certain items, like down in the blacksmithing or weaponsmithing, it seems like they added time. The more complex the weapon is, it takes more time to quote-unquote craft it. That one bar going up on the right-hand side of the screen. So mimicking life, but not really mimicking life too much, so I'm okay with it. Boy, I turned down the gain on this and it went right back up. Meaning, I'm hitting my red every time I talk, so if I'm being loud, I just turned it down a little bit more, so hopefully that'll help. So in the comments, please help out. Also, if you like the content, hit that like button, and if you like the content so much you want to see me again, subscribe. It'll get YouTube likes to throw you advertisements when the live stream has begun. As far as live streams are concerned, notifications, I'm not sure on my side what I can do. I have 1 subscriber, so thumbs up to that person. Thank you for joining. this epic journey in trying to create a solar adventurer. For now, when I get into clan dynamics, we'll see how that plays out. But but if you do put that like in there, I appreciate it. And of course, comments are awesome. So if you comment, like I said, I don't have any comments on any of mine currently, which is fine. I'm certainly not complaining. However, I will respond to them. So just keep that in mind as you're listening to the soothing sounds of wood being cut and shaped into short wooden stocks. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of crafting tonight, but to adventure, you need to craft. It's I love it because it gives you the preparedness, right? So if you're prepared for adventuring, you have to prepare first and then go adventuring. There's never just a simple adventuring. So to add to that comment earlier, that wrought iron tip arrow does add to my experience. It's not a lot, but it does add to the experience, so I'm happy about that. So hopefully fletching will go up a little bit. The hung bow, which I have two of, is pretty good. It's powerful, however, because power they seem to have this dynamic. The more power you have, the less accuracy you have. I think that's true in the world. I think I brought this up before, but for those of you who are new to the channel, it kind of mimics life in that way. So I don't hate it. I think it's a component or the rule of the game, right? So you move in those rules so you can master the game. If you fight against the rules still exist. You're not going to go around the rule in a computer game. Now that brings up an interesting point. I was just when I thought of that, it clicked or made me think of this. If we're in a simulation, right? So there's I've been seeing a lot of "Are we in a simulation?" kind of content on YouTube. Thank you, algorithm. But it's always interesting, no matter who applies the theory or whatever guest is expert on it, or psychology or theoretical physics or even psychology. It's pretty cool. It's interesting stuff. But if we're in a simulation, I was just in that instant when I was saying you have to follow the rules, right? Well, in the rules of the simulation, you can never break the rules. Right? So just like you can't break the rules of the computer program, a lot of people would like to break the rules. Meaning, what are the rules of the simulation? Well, let's just take physics that we know of. They're the rules of our simulation. Humans, without the assistance of technology, can't fly. That's a rule of the simulation. There's this thing called gravity, or what we perceive as gravity, what we call gravity, right? And mathematics. It's interesting how mathematics, a human-made tool. Think about this: human-made tool. We describe the universe and existence and physicalities within, and create these laws based off of these mathematical expressions. And if it's not a simulation, there's order, of course. How is a human-made tool so accurate? Meaning it's not right all the time. We know that because mathematical expressions sometimes don't describe the entire event that they are trying to. For example, we can't find a unifying theory of physics, right, between the quantum and the macro, right? So micro and macro versions of physics, we just don't know, right? So those rules defined by our mathematics are basically malleable, I think is the word. So in the game, unless you're hacking the game, you're not going to change the rule. You just accept it and move within the rules. I think that's kind of cool that we can even think that games provide that context, that we can think about our own lives, our own consciousness, our own interactions with the physical world. It will come a time, especially in VR. I don't know if it doesn't need to hit the singularity, um, meaning true AI, a true entity that can think for itself, that has, dare I say, consciousness. Right? I'm going to use that word just because. But the ultimate goal is to craft a program that can interpret and create within the confines of our guidance. For example, the games that are going to come out, especially for VR, are going to be so immersive. Everybody's going to have a headset. It's going to be like Ready Player One. You're going to get into the game. You're going to have your own avatar. You're going to be able to build, just like if Pax Dei created a full body experience, full immersive VR version of itself, you would literally be in the world. It'd be pretty cool. Now, there is a lot to say about the mental health of people being in worlds and not in the real world. It would be, there would be a whole new, I wouldn't say science. I don't want to say science. There would be a whole new patient for psychologists to try to fix, because at a certain point you would never want to leave the world that you're playing. Right? I mean, think about it. If you were in Pax Dei or any other, if you were in any other simulation, or full dive, where you felt pain, you were your character, and you were sitting here in this world, just looking around 360, looking at these breathtaking views, and feeling as if it were real. Neuralink might be the access point in that. Might be able to create a world in your mind, right? And then that's where the simulation theory is. Are we in a simulation, and we're in a full dive VR MMO? It'd be kind of cool if you wake up and you go, man, I didn't realize I could be. I think who did it? It was one of the early Rick and Morty's, where Morty went into an arcade on an alien planet or another dimension, and he played a game where you play this certain character and see how far you get in the character's life. And it's like, and when Morty came out of it, he was like, I just lived an entire life. The concept of time was irrelevant, right? Because he was in the simulation ran. It's kind of like a dream, right? In a dream, you feel sometimes, not all the time, but I've had dreams where I felt like years take place, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's just tomorrow, right? It's pretty cool. I think if we're responsible with that type of thing, I think we'll be fine. If we're not, well, we're not going to be fine. There's humans in general, like, for example, how would you pay for the internet if you're in the internet all the time? You would, right? Now, if we're in a simulation, there is either no monetary system, or we chose to purchase our ticket into the simulation. Now, honestly, the simulation theory doesn't hold water for me, because why would I create a simulation where I am a background character? It would be it's dare I say, it's like a sim, right? What are you gonna play? I'm gonna play Farm Simulator. What are you gonna do? Farm? Why don't you do that now? Why'd you go out there and get a farm? or go to a farmer and say, yeah, like learn how to farm. Um, but yeah, it seems that in my mind anyway, if we hold the same values in the simulation as we did outside the simulation, why would we want to come into the simulation and just be normal? Or even if we didn't want to be just normal, why would we choose an avatar that would eventually get a disease, or die a painful death, or these are things I think about with simulation theory. Could we be in a simulation for other purposes? Like, could we be the galactic equivalent of prisoners? And this is how how those aliens or the simulation creators deal with their criminals and say, hey, we got to be humane. Let's just put them in VR or a simulation, and they don't move. We don't have to worry about it. We can feed them trophies. They can have whatever life they want after they're born. Interesting, but yeah, still that's the one argument I would have for simulations. Why would we pick the lives? I mean, if it seems to me that we're always, well, yeah, it's said, I should say it. It doesn't seem to me, but it's said, and I agree with it. We are the heroes in our story. We always are. And when you tell a story about you doing something and your friends, like, if I told people about Emphr, well, I just kicked ass in killing Justicars to get random baubles, but he was amazing. There was nobody around me. You know what I mean? And that's how I figured. If he was in the tavern, it's like, yeah, I took out this Justicar and this Herald and this Assessor and this Gerald, I think it is. I forget. The harder archer. And I battled the life Justicar, and I got my ass handed to me somewhere. Like, would you tell that part? Probably not. You probably said, you probably twisted. Yeah, I took I twisted my ankle and I ran because I was going downhill anyway. So instead of regaining my balance, I don't know. But you get my. I think everybody gets my point on that. It's interesting. There's somebody doing some tree mining. Heinous. Taking my trees. They're not my trees. He's taking the good ones. That's alright. They grow back pretty fast, so I'm not really worried about it. Maybe I should do some more. Let's see, I need wool yarn. And that's a little bit too difficult for me, but wool yarn is not, and I need some. Let's see my skills. Tailoring is almost there. Since he's pretty bad, so there he goes. Not bad. Oh, he wants all of them. He's running. He's getting them all. Okay. I went around the forests and I hunted boar today, so I got a lot of wool here. And that's what I'm used to. Hopefully level up. That'd be nice. Alright, let's get the spinning wheel. Get some yarn and let's see what I can do. Only 13, huh? Still not bad. It's very easy for me to do, so I should get 150-ish experience points per success. I'll probably fail at least once or twice, which makes me sad. But that's okay. Like I said, the whole goal of this is to go up at that one level, try to trip that fold over. So if you're in the comments later, I don't see anybody in chat, but if you're in the comments later, what do you think about anything? Wait, restate. Let me not just stop there. What do you think about when you're sitting in front of the computer, and it takes a little bit of concentration. Like this game takes a little bit of concentration, but it's not wholly um, the whole focus. Like I can hold a conversation with the chat and or with the listeners, but I don't need to have every moment of my focus on the game itself. Like that, for example, but what do you guys think about it? What topics bring you to really go introspection? And I think, and just to add to that, I believe that everybody has introspective moments. It's just what are they, right? Not everybody articulates them, and they might keep them to themselves, which is fine. That's don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. As far as but if you want to provide a little bit of insight into to start up a conversation, by all means, please do so. Feel free. Let us go out and get some more wool. What do you think? Let's see. Oh, I'm so close I can taste it. Okay, so let's go get more wool. Alright, so I need boar. And I got plenty of arrows. That guy looks pretty badass. I don't have any of those clothing, so he's gotta be pretty badass. Is he just running by him, or is he attacking him? Alright, let's see. He's running by him. I don't know where he's going. Yeah, he's got a lot of really cool stuff on. That I don't have. So that means he's got a lot more skills. Been around for a lot longer than I have. He's got those type of pants that are flowy. I'm not sure what that is. That's alright. I didn't notice his clan though. There we go. That's the guy I want. I might as well get some more stuff for boiled leather or fine leather. Buck skin is where it's at. Ah, really? Alright, let's go up here. There's a couple boar and there's definitely a deer up here. Yeah, so introspection. I think everybody does it. I just I don't know to what degree and what they really think about. I can't believe I hit that. He's gonna do some damage, and I'm gonna kill him. Whoa! There was some lag there. That was not good. And there we are. Gotcha! Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid wolves because I don't need to attack them. So we're just going to not do that today. There are caves that have wolves in them, and honestly, they're tough. after you get down to a certain level, and you run out of weapons. That's the most annoying thing. Alright, where are you? There you are. Oh, really? There we go. He's all I want. Everybody else can go. Don't care about you. There they go. Yeah, been thinking about different technologies, how to start a technology company. If I want to start a technology company, I wrote a few articles on LinkedIn about starting companies, manufacturing companies in the US. I totally believe it's possible. The startup capital is one concern, of course. And a lot of people with good intentions, but a lot of people are very quick to note that if you're going to start a business, you got to get capital, right? So that's the first thing. If you don't have capital, you're not going to start a business. It's not going to happen. So do you have to be rich to start a business? And the answer is no. It's how you get that, or how you gain that capital. Mostly it's by putting yourself out there, talking to captains of industry or investors, venture capitalists, right? Pitch them your idea, make sure the idea is well fleshed out and that you've thought about different things about it, right? That's one thing that a lot of people tend to let fall by the wayside. Like they have something, right, but they don't have a lot of information. And the problem is the information. I'm gonna do this one. I'll let a block go in. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to get that axe. So yeah, it's not the it's the quality of information and the amount of information. One thing you would want to do with manufacturing, where would you manufacture? What are you manufacturing? Right? You can compete with the Chinese for lower cost countries. Where you're putting the plant is going to be a big deal. How you're going to pitch the idea to people is going to be another big deal, right? So as you're starting the outline of the business, you're going to want to do the pros and cons, and you want to be honest with yourself. That's another big thing. You want to do a big competition thing. So do your executive summary and understand who your competition is, where they are, and be honest, because your venture capitalists or the people who are looking to invest in your company who want the information. You have to be honest, not only with them, but with yourself. Like, here's how I'm going to deal with this and how we're going to deal with that. And that's perfectly acceptable answers, right? But you have to have them written down, even if that information doesn't pan out the way you predict it. And that's okay too, because prediction is just that. It's a word that means you can predict something with enough information, but it doesn't necessarily make it true, right? If it comes true, great, but you're not going to predict everything as the other. So there is a fine line between finding the amount of information you need and presenting it. And the other aspect is finding too much information and going into data paralysis, right? So I'm doing so much investigation that it's taking me so much time, and you're like, oh, well, you just lost how much time? Because, you know, you're investigating too much. it's not a bad thing to investigate for sure. You want to, and you want to write it down. You want to have that, whatever it is. You can call it a business plan. Let's call it a business plan because it is. It doesn't have to be in any particular format. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to learn about it or anything like that. Somebody's coming after me. Yeah, there's actually. All right. Are they up on the rock?
Yep.
So, I hope they're gonna stay up there. Yeah. So, if you're in the business like I am, I have a couple of degrees in business. If you look me up on LinkedIn, I was working on my doctorate, and I was like, you know what? Let's just say politics got in the way, and I was like, yeah, I'm not. I did the first. What was it? 60 pages, 40 pages of my dissertation, somewhere around there. There was a lot of pages. We'll just say that, and the overall the doctor who was I wrongly thought was going to assist me in becoming a doctor was just there to grade me in my education previous. So I was like, whatever. So I got through all my courses in business, which I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there was a lot of information. The only time you get anything out, or I should say, not the only time. The amount of information that you get out of a subject is the amount of work you put into a subject. So always think of it that way. Yeah, a great way to think about that in real terms is how often did you do your hobby and enjoy doing it while you were doing it, and how good did you get doing your hobby? Well, you did it, and you enjoyed it, and you did it more, etc., etc. Same with business, same with math, same with science. So keep that in mind as you're pursuing anything. But that's one of my ideas is to create a manufacturing plant. I'm not going to go into more detail than just a manufacturing plant. It's got to be in the United States. I believe we need to bring manufacturing back in the United States, and I believe technology in particular has to be brought back to the United States. So I would definitely do the technology portion. So I would do something in technology. And is it right, wrong, or indifferent? A lot of people might say, ooh, technology, ooh, that's not a... You see the tree just absorb that arrow? They might say that I'm crazy. But, you know what? Okay. I'm crazy. The other aspect to this is filling the need in the market. And I think technology in the United States, especially manufacturing in the United States, needs to happen, right? So it needs to happen. Technology needs to be created in the United States. There's companies investing in technology plants in the United States, manufacturing plants, excuse me. Samsung, for one of them, right? Intel's always been here, by the way. But Samsung is a big one. They're putting a couple of fabrication plants in the United States and I believe Texas. I remember the reporting right. So keep that in mind as you're going through life and thinking about what to do. And one of the other aspects to the lesson, if you want to call it a lesson, is you want to be able to don't believe everybody. People will, and I believe everybody who's listening has probably had someone in their life tell them, that'll never happen. Don't do that. Why are you thinking that way? What do you think you're going to do? You think you're going to quit your day job and become rich? And naysayers or negative people, you have to get rid of them. As far as not friend, like you could still have them as friends, but you just can't, you got to disengage them in the conversations where you want to do something. Pursue what you want to do. Do it smart, and do some investigation for sure. Absolutely, 100%. Will it work out 100% of the time? No. No. Don't expect your first business to survive. If it does, great. That's amazing, right? I hope it does. That would be my hope for everybody. But it might not happen that way. That's fine too. I got lucky, so lucky in some of those shots. But so keep that in mind as you're moving forward. We can talk about things that you want to do. I want to be that person that you talk to that is encouraging you, telling you how it is, being honest with you, but encouraging you to do it. Now, if you don't put in the work, obviously you're not going to yield the result. However, I think everybody has the opportunity to be their own boss. And isn't that what you really want? And just full disclosure, every boss owner that I've seen is very passionate about their business, and they don't take off. They don't take off. But there is a point where a lot of them, not a lot, I'll say some of them. I have no data for this, but some of them don't let go of the business, the core business, right? So they hire all these people, but they don't trust the people they hire to move the business forward. And that, I think, is one of the ultimate, how should I say? I don't want to say it's putting a nail in the coffin. The coffin might not be buried yet, but you're not allowing the people you're literally hiring to help you with this to do what you've hired them to do. And like a good manager or a leader. Leader, manager, a lot of people like to distinguish between the two. I don't like to distinguish between the two. A good leader can be a good manager. A good manager could be a good leader. It depends on how they approach the situation and understand that they are managing or leading people. And that's the biggest thing we disconnected ourselves from. And the biggest thing I've had when I was growing up is managers were managing. They were like, we got to get this done. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about you. As long as you're here, you're going to do what I say, and this is where I get all the power. And I was like, okay, I don't like you. And I moved on from those positions as quickly as possible. What I try to do now is I try to include everybody. I try to treat people like, I don't know, like they're human and they have lives. If somebody has a bad day, then they have a bad day. Give it to them. You're going to have a bad day. You know what I mean? That's one thing that always bothered me about business. There's this one channel on YouTube. I will get their name, but they use the tagline to, and she is amazing on what she portrays in the business environment. She's just crazy accurate on the toxicity of some of the managers. That's not all, and she points that out too. But corporate speak is just, to me, it's just it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You treat somebody with respect, somebody like a human, right? You definitely do that. And you, yeah, I had to pause as I'm fighting. Let's go back to that focus thing again. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, it's really good what she does. So she points out that the sheer weirdness. I'll say weirdness for now. It's more than weirdness, but I'll just say weirdness for now because yeah, for lack of a better word, we'll keep it family friendly. Uh, that's a wolf. I don't want to deal with a wolf. Can I take a wolf? Yes. I want board. That's what I want. That's what I came here for. I don't care about anything else. Any other boar here? And then there's a bear coming up. But yeah, so leaders and managers. Let's talk a little bit about them. You see all the memes, and some of them are accurate, where a leader's out front, et cetera, which is cool. I like that. Because what you really want to do as a leader, as any manager, even in major corporation, you want to build your people up around you. You want to give them. So sometimes you can't give them what they want. However, you can certainly work with them to try to create that environment where you are respecting what they need, right? For example, a good leader. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of moves. A good leader will take someone, teach them their position, and try to go above and beyond that. Like, what do you want to do next? And if they say, "Well, I want your job," say, "Okay, how can you help me get out of this position so I can help you get in this position?" So two humans talking to each other. Right? It makes sense. You shouldn't get jealous at somebody in your position. You should be flattered. I mean, if you have a desirable position, you should be like, "Yeah, this is a great position. Love it. How can we get you into this position to move me to where I want to be?" That would be where I would try to lead from, right? I would try to provide that leadership, even on the team. What? Did I miss that? I mean, really? All right. You put that in position. You try to lead from a position of there is no way. Is there some kind of lag here? Because there's no way I should have missed that many times. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it. I've said it. I said it. There's no way I missed that many times. But game rules, remember, simulation theory. I missed 4 times. Anyway, back to the leadership management. So what you really want to do is you want to hold those leadership and management. You want to hold those people, have those conversations. Your conversation, like if you have different like quarterly and yearly evaluations, the evaluation should definitely touch on what they've done in the position and how they feel comfortable in the position, what they're thinking about the position, what difficulties, make it contribute, so you're both contributing to making the position better. You don't want to make the position into this job nobody wants to show up, and that's a leader. Leaders want you to do the job so well that you are going places, right? And that's a leader. If you have any comments, please put them in there and tell me if I'm wrong, or show me where I can improve my statement. Did I tell you my entire philosophy on leaders and managers? Absolutely not. We can go on for hours and hours and hours. Did I give every situation possible that we could talk about this? No, I didn't. So keep that in mind as well as you're throwing those comments in there. And as always, I'll moderate the comments section. I don't believe I said this, but I'll say it now. Discourse is great. Telling somebody they're wrong, just they might not be, or they partially might be. So what I would suggest is, and what I recommend, because I will monitor the conversations, don't be a bully, right? Don't force your ideals and thoughts on somebody else. Have the conversation. Try to move them to your position, or have to at least see your position the way you see it, right? And even if they don't agree at that point to your position, that's okay too. Say, okay, at least you understand my position and you see where I'm coming from, and you both can walk away heads held high and still maintain your positions. Gee whiz, how I know that. Okay, lots of rules. So if I ever need rules, I know where to go. So let's see. We have a long stream here, so let's go another 15 minutes if you'd like, and you can join me and just enter the conversation if you'd like. If you join live, if not, let's have some conversation in the comment section. Like and subscribe, two very important things. That way we can do this more often. We can talk about anything. I am not an expert at everything. I actually wrote a paper on expertise. When you need experts and when you can do it, right? For example, read it. It's on LinkedIn. I thought I put together the article pretty well. It touched on a lot of points. When do you need experts, and when can you be your own expert? I think it hit some really good points. Read it. Let me know. Comment on it. It's on LinkedIn under my name. My channel name is Daniel Calciano, and that's my name. So I'll be happy to. I will be happy to have that conversation or have you read the article, because like I said, that is a bear. That's not what I said. Like I said, I like this discourse. I like the conversation, and I like to learn different perspectives. So I am not excluded from that, because there's too many people in this world that can share their unique perspective on any given topic, which is amazing if you think about it. You have the spectrum. You can be dead wrong. You just believe it, or you can be dead wrong. You don't know about it, or you can be right, and you have to be more learned, more sage-like. Let's teach people about this topic so they come to agree with it. You're not going to force anybody to agree with anything, by the way. I just really want everybody to remember that, because there has been so many times in history where people have been forced to believe something, and they resented the person who forced them to do it. Resented. I mean, sometimes it was really bad in history. Other times it's just I need to get away from this person as far as possible from this person, right? So keep that in mind as well as you're perusing the internet and my channel and my LinkedIn. I do have a Twitter. I think it's the same name. Here we go. Yeah, let me see. Twitter's not as active, but it's same name as this channel, Daniel Calciano. I am verified on there, so I do have polls every once in a while. I try to keep it to technology and entertainment, and LinkedIn business and such things like that. AI is a big topic for me. I do a little bit of programming on the side as well, some Python, some JavaScript, some HTML. Like, definitely not an expert. I would say I'm a beginner. I've been coding for a long time, but in those languages, I'm a beginner. All right. Well, with that said, let's close out the stream. It's Friday night, and then we will be on tomorrow. Definitely, I'll try to get on at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. What is it? 6 Pacific on the United States time scale. I know it's going to be early morning in Europe, so I am I do hold a global position in the company, so I do different time zones really good. So if you have a request on an episode, or even if you want to see a different game, answer me a line. I'd be happy to look at it and see if I have the game. First of all, I have Starfield. I have. I used to have Elite Dangerous. I can install it again. I do like Elite Dangerous, although it's it's a great game if you like starfighting and cargo hauling businesses. It's a pretty good game. I like it. I also have, what else do I have that might interest? Oh, I will. I hope I will have the ability to review Civilization 6. I want to say Civ 7. I get the next Civilization, Sid Meier's Civilization. I love that game. I love the game. Civ 4, I think, is one of the ones I played. Brilliant game. Just love the game. I hope they do it. I hope they do it justice this next time around. And then any other game you might think of. Let's see. What other game do I off the top of my head? Pax Dei, of course. Starfield. Heck, I'll do a stream while I'm learning a game, and everybody can come along for the ride. So, with that said, have a great night, have a great day, depending on where you are in the world. Treat everybody with respect and kindness, no matter how much they get under your skin. Sometimes you might have to walk away, but that's okay. That's all right too. Take time for yourself to recoup, to reflect, and be safe, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.